Hey, just a real quick short.
Only constant is change, and a lot is happening right now, not only here on our planet with us, society, the earth, geophysics, and more, but also with our sun, the solar system. Solar maximum is now over. We are in the descending phase. Our sunspot numbers for February
Remember,
were
people, when I
under
told you
80.
about watch what's going to
If you look
happen
at
on
the
March
data, which we're going to
7th?
do,
This
in
is
general,
part of
we
it.
see that our solar
this was
maximum
part of what
cycle
you
for solar cycle
our
25
predicted.
started
Yeah.
January of 2023.
In a
It's been about
past.
3 years.
January 3rd, on our
Numbers in
research.
general were over 100. Now they are below 100, and the sun is almost devoid of sunspots. We're definitely in a new regime of solar activity. There are going to be
It's getting ready to go to
decreases
Keaton
down to
13
solar
Ahau,
minimum,
which will
should
be in
around
2027, which is the beginning of the
2029,
last solar
2030,
cycle
2031,
before the
but the
final
descending
Carrington
phase
event occurs in
has
2039,
begun.
which
We've
is
been
going to be
loaded
3 times
with a
stronger
bunch
than
of
the one that
energy as
happened
a
in
result of solar
1859.
maximum. A solar
And I'm being
maximum
nice, it might
stronger
even be stronger.
than solar cycle 24's maximum. The original estimate was that they were going to be about the same.
So this is
Even
kind of
a little
update
further
on our
back
prediction
before
for March
that
7th.
estimate was put out in 2019, some solar physicists thought that solar cycle 25 is actually going to be weaker than solar cycle 24. Well, in fact, it was stronger, getting closer to that historic average. So after these sort of solar maximum periods, we usually see an increase in earthquake activity. We'll look at that data. We do see, there is some data suggesting that there is an increase in cyclone activity, the frequency of cyclones,
March
especially
7th.
during the descending phase and during
Right.
the minimum phase.
We warned you.
So expect more extreme weather events on our planet as a result of all this solar energy being
And watch out for
in.
volcanoes if
But
there's
there is
volcanoes
much
near
more than
you.
that. We see that there is a
This guy is
correlation, a very
amazing.
strong
He does
correlation
like
between
solar
what we
weather
call
forecasts
spontaneous
plus
social processes, or
he
basically
covers,
like
like,
revolutions
mag-
societally
the
with solar
magnetic,
maximum periods.
like the
People just get
core
energized
and like
charged up by all this solar
earthquakes.
energy.
This guy is pretty
And
spot
while you have
on,
things
and
like
a lot of his work
revolutions
also.
and
I mean, it
riots
just
and wars
correlates
more
to what
common
we talk about
during
too.
solar
He's the
maximum
only modern
in
researcher I
that
watched
period
that has to do
directly
with what we're doing with our
afterwards.
research that I trust.
That's occurring right now.
Yeah.
Of course,
Randall
a new war
Carlson
just
and all
broke out
those
in the
guys
Middle
are full of
East.
themselves.
No
So
surprise.
least
if
this
you
guy is
can
on
What's
Fox.
subscribe
happening
to
there,
this
tremendous
guy,
amount of
Stephen
energy
Burnes.
Stephen
released with all
Burnes.
these missiles and bombs that are being dropped.
We might
That's
even try
also
to
going
contact
affect
them
our
and let
weather
them know
going
about our
further out. We're going to
indigenous
talk about that a
solar
little bit.
charts. And
And
maybe
there
we can
are
work
some
together,
planetary
and
energies that
maybe
are
he's the
very,
guy that'll get the
very,
word out to the
very
the
strong
people here
that
in
will
the
be active
present
for the
about these
next
storms
4,
as they
5,
occur.
6
You
years.
can get the information
Planetary
through
alignments,
us, through
planetary
him, and then to
geometry,
you.
Yeah.
they don't necessarily control the nature of time. They're like a clock. They tell you what time it is. They tell you what the quality of the time is. And we have some very, very powerful
I heard
ones.
that time,
Specifically,
the man-made
the
time is
Neptune, Pluto,
getting off
opening
now.
sextile
Yeah, 'cause
has
it's man-made.
its final
Well, they had to invent a
close
leap
engagement
second,
range starting
and now
in
they're adding and
2026,
removing
going
leap
to about
seconds.
But it's
2032.
man-made. It's
And
not
it's
natural.
because
We'll
of
talk
the
about what that
magnetic
means
core of
as
the
it relates
Earth.
to
Why do you think I made
nuclear
everything
weapons.
in my work
Because
nothing
the
had to
last
do
time
with
that they were
magnetics or
in a close
electronics
engagement was
or
going
any
from
kind of computer?
basically the
For that very
50s
reason.
through
When
the
everything is
90s.
down,
And well,
the only
we
thing
had
that'll
a lot of
operate
nukes
is what we
dropped
have
on
on
our
paper.
planet during that time frame due to all the
And what we have on
nuclear
paper is
testing.
important because
Thousands.
it
I
tells
think
you
it
when the
was
season's
close
going
to
to come and
2,000
what day it
nuclear
is.
tests
And if
on
you
the
don't know
books.
what day it is
Well,
when there's no
we're
calendars,
re-entering that
you're
engagement
dead.
range. And now
Winter
there's talk,
comes, you
especially
freeze
with
to
this
death.
new war
Ooh.
in the Middle East, about nukes being dropped. And well, we have some people that would probably do that. They're probably crazy enough to do that. Unfortunately, common
Did he
sense
say they're
has
on the verge of
left
dropping the
the
nuke?
building
Is that what he
for
just
at
said?
least some
The
of
president
people
is just.
in charge. In addition
He
to
just
that, we
said
have a
some
seismic
people are
burst
crazy.
occurring right
Well,
now off the coast of
I agree with
Kamchatka.
him.
It could look like something
I get my
bigger is
news
coming. We've
these
had an
days through
elevated increase in
comedians
seismicity
because
since the
mainstream
beginning
news
of
media
March,
is
with there
so
being,
warped.
I think 7
He's
American media is
or
owned
maybe
by the
6
rich.
magnitude 6
well,
plus earthquakes
exactly,
And the powerful.
in
but
just
also
about
the
7.5
FCC being
days.
weaponized.
So we are starting to see an
So
increase in
anybody who
seismicity. Just
fact
now
checks
in
the
March, we had, of
president
course,
gets a
the blood moon on the 3rd.
$25,000
We had Mercury
fine
inferior
from the
conjunction
FCC.
Cassini.
It's so much
Yesterday, we have
BS.
strong
I don't even
planetary
watch
alignments
the
right
regular
now
mainstream
with
news.
Earth, Venus,
I do-
Saturn,
25,000 for
Neptune.
checking into the
So there's
background
a
of a
lot that's
president?
happening,
No,
a
for
lot to
fact
discuss.
checking the president.
And we also just had
They
a
don't want
fireball
facts, I guess.
fly over Amsterdam.
Yeah,
We've also had
no,
some
it's-
fireballs.
I'm not worried. That means
The
when
lead man
you
of the
keep
day.
doing this, it
Right
makes
now
my
is
job
passing
easier.
through
Because in
that part
2039,
of the solar
if you
system
keep
that
this up,
three
I'm going to let you
traveled
I'm going to let
during
you
its
know right
closest approach
now.
to the sun. It's perihelion
And I pray
back
this
in
will
October,
happen.
November. So
If you
March
don't
and
get your act
April are
together,
key
by
months
2039,
for
the white man's going to
potentially
drop
to
the
be
ball and the red
debris
man's
coming
going to
off
pick it up.
interstellar object
And then you're going to
ILS
have to live with
raining down to
us.
Earth. Maybe these fireball sightings are related to that interstellar object. It's hard to say.
Ooh,
but if we
interstellar
get an
object,
anomalous
Raj.
number of fireball
A comet
sightings,
came in
I would
today too.
feel pretty confident personally
Might be the-
to attribute it to
the
that.
red
We have
star Kachina.
3 Atlas performing
Because
its
nobody
closest approach
changed.
to Jupiter on
So
the
the 4
16th of
horsemen of the
March,
apocalypse are
being
going to be
about
released on humanity
0.35
now.
astronomical units
Like I was
away at
showing
its
Sal last
closest,
night.
and Jupiter stationing direct on the 10th
Everything's
of
going
March.
as planned
So a lot
because
of energies
we're not
right
changing.
now. A tremendous amount happening.
Well, we're not changing fast enough.
So let us
So now
get
we gotta
into
pay.
it. Let's first off look at our solar cycle data. Then we're going to talk about this seismic burst.
I wish we didn't
have
go
been
that
having
direction, but
some increased
I guess
geomagnetic
sometimes you gotta get
volatility
spanked to
over the past
learn.
24 hours.
And,
There has
I guess
been
that's part of growing
active
up too,
conditions,
as
even 3
a
hours in
cosmic
G1,
kid and the first kid on the
geomagnetic
block, you
storming.
know.
So
Well,
there has
that's
been
why
that.
I'm always
But here
like
we
every
see
day.
our
I wake
solar
up, I
cycle
pray,
data
I
going
pray
back
before I go to
solar
bed, I pray on my way to
cycle
work, I pray on my way back from
22, right
work.
here. And so
I
this
wake
is
up
mid 80s,
and I'm
solar
praying.
cycle 22,
It's
23, 24.
it's like I'm
This
just
was
praying for the
progression.
world
We
all
were
the
going
time
down,
these
and
days
I'll
because
expand
I'm
this
so
out
worried
further.
about
We see
the
the
world.
full
Well, it
data
needs
set
it. There's
that
so
NOAA
much
has on
ungodly
their
people
website
on here
at
that
the
are ready to
bottom
blow
there.
it up.
Here's
Oh,
solar
there's a
cycle 25. This
25.
Hey, look, there's the
purple-ish
dragon.
red line.
Just kidding.
Sine wave.
Magenta, let's
Google
call it.
down. Let's
That
follow.
is the predicted values now
sine wave.
going down. Okay, so I could even turn that off because that's not the actual average. That's just predicted values. Here's solar cycle 25. Now, I'm going to look at some other solar cycles
That's weird.
too.
It's
but
just a
what we
purple line
see
going to
with
2030.
Solar cycles, as it relates to sunspot numbers,
That's
is
weird.
they form kind of this plateau for every
da,
solar
da,
maximum.
da,
And there'll be variability within that, but clearly you see solar minimum.
It's like the
right
stock
here, for
exchange
example.
in New York City
And then you
that
see
goes
this
down.
ramp
Yeah.
up phase.
Down.
That's the ascending phase.
Right
All
over
of a
there where the
sudden, you
shoulder
start
is
to
at,
get the
that
magnetic
purple
field of the
line
sun to
right there.
flip. That's what's happening.
That's going to
during solar cycle,
2039.
Is that you have the actual magnetic
The
field
next
of the sun
Carrington
flipping
event
about
that he
every
doesn't
12
know
years.
about.
11 to 12 years.
Which
There's
one
a
of these I
range,
might
it's
be
like
able to
8 to
tell him
14
about
years.
if
Some
he
are
ever really
fast, some are
believed me.
long.
I subscribed to him already, so
So
I
the
probably could get in touch
actual
with him.
magnetic field of the entire solar system changes its polarity on a human time scale multiple times in a normal person's life. The average lifespan, let's say, is 70.
Did he say the
right? That's like
universe
nearly
just changed its
6
polarity?
flips. Or I think it's actually closer to 80.
Yeah,
right? If you
I
take the
think
global,
that's
it's
what
like
I
closer
heard
to 80
about
for
also
developed
when
countries.
the
That's close to even
the
more
clock's
than that.
getting
So,
off is because of the magnetic
it's
fields
quite a
moving.
big
Polarity, that would make
transition
sense.
for the
Switching.
entire solar system. The Earth, of course,
Well,
is
another
bathed
March 7th
within
prediction that we had
heliosphere.
made. Everything's going on
And we
this
see
day.
that during the solar maximum, when the magnetic field is the most chaotic. That's why we have all these